Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is Mr. Sunshine, Locksmith Eddy, coming to you live right here, right now, as things are taking place. And as you can see, Mr. Sunshine working, as only he can work, as we are easing on into the afternoon hours. Now, you know, I hear a lot of this from a lot of you locksmiths out there, okay? You're all talking a big game. You're all talking as if you're Linus Yale's grandson, Sergeant Greenleaf's nephew, and all of that. Okay, we could go on and on and on. But you know what? We could sit here and talk about it, but Mr. Sunshine, after doing this for 40 years, I know the game better than anybody. That's right. And you know, if you notice, Mr. Sunshine, Locksmith Eddy, all the tools, I went from Rolls Royce to Jag to the locksmith van, and here I am. I get a text from one of my dear clients that owns several multi-units, apartment complexes here, as Eddy, is there any way you can change the locks for me today? My tenants are moving in, they have no keys. You know what? Have no fear. Mr. Sunshine, Locksmith Eddy is here. All right? And as you can see, I don't need a phone booth to jump into, to put on a red cape. I don't need to sit here and talk about it. As a matter of fact, it's a little obvious. Mr. Sunshine in ties and shirts with jackets sitting over here just like that. I'm like her genie in the bottle. For all you Jews out there, you're talking to the Mensch. All right? I have been called Mensch by more women than probably the Jewish king of all. Okay? If you're going to talk about Mensch, you're going to talk synonymous with Mr. Sunshine. It's the same thing. Okay? We're going to ease on in here in a beautiful, crisp New Year's Eve day. It is 90 degrees today, and as you can see, this is how Mr. Sunshine shows up for work. So when those tenants opened the door and they said, "Oh my God, I sure must have rented from the right landlord because her locksmith, Trent." Hey, Trent, you know, Trent, a lot of guys out there wouldn't even put on a shirt, let alone a tie, to go to a black tie event at Mar-a-Lago, sitting at Donald Trump's billion-dollar mansion. All right, but as you can see, Locksmith Eddy, this is how I show up. All right, you may think you might come in here with some funky-looking shirt, some jacked-up pair of shorts, and some funky, dirty tennis shoes. Well, let me tell you something. That's what's the difference between the locksmiths around the country and around the world and yours truly, Mr. Sunshine in sunny South Florida. That's the difference between going and working, cutting the quicksand key, and going to $200 million mansions, walking in the front door of a 90,000 square foot home, and they say, "Oh, Sunshine, you look it as only you can look." Well, you know, Trent, when you're ready, pal, when you're ready, you're going to find yourself, sitting right over here. Huh? You're going to sit right over here. And you know what, Trent? Long before I teach you how to cut a key, long before we sit here and start discussing Quickset, Slage, Arrow, Weiser, and Yale, long before I give you a screwdriver in your hand, I'm going to tell you, when you show up to come with Mr. Sunshine, you're going to put on a nice shirt. You're going to put on a little bow tie. When your wife says, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to work for Mr. Sunshine. We're spending the day." And let me tell you something. Just as in football, just as in basketball, just as in ice hockey and all that sports that I don't pay attention to, all right? Even the water boy is dressed because you never know when you're going to get called into the game. All right? And as Mr. Sunshine walks into that $100 million mansion in Palm Beach to change those locks in there, whether they're Assa Abloys, whether they're Medicos, whether they're multi-locks, I've done them all. I'm going to look damn good doing it. Well, you know, Trent, image is everything. A lot of them locksmiths out there and talk a big game, wearing the uniform with their name on it. All right, I don't need to put on a uniform. This is my uniform. All right, when I walk in and I'm walking in with this, all right, they already know who's showing up to take care of business. They already know they're going to get Rolls-Royce service. They already know they're getting the best deal. Oh, what is this? I just get a text right now. My client who's having a Christmas Eve party with her friends and her family in her $10 million mansion just texted me, said, "Here, Sunshine, I'm selling you the money. Thank you so much. Whoa, you look so good doing it." Well, you know, Trent, when you and I, Edward, I can see you're already an Italian stallion. I already can see you already know the world of fashion. I can see you already know if you're going to run with Mr. Sunshine, we're going to run looking good, all right? Whether we're walking into Versace Mansion down at South Beach, whether we're walking into Norman Peltz's $150 million mansion, whether we're in Jeff Green, or we walking into that $1 billion home of Donald Trump, we going to look damn good doing it. Now, Trent, I'm going to help you, Trent. I couldn't help Leo. Leo would not get dressed. Leo would not look like a gentleman. I couldn't walk him into Mar-a-Lago to Donald Trump's estate with the SS guards looking like that. All right? They said, "Hey, Sunshine, I'm sorry. We know you're styling your profile. We know you're wearing the black pants. We know you're sitting there in a Louis. We know you're going to dress as only you could dress. But we can't let him in. I'm sorry, Eddie. We can't let Leo in, all right? He doesn't have the jacket. He doesn't have the tie, all right? Well, let me tell you something. No matter where I go, if you don't know how to dress, you overdress, all right? And all you locksmiths out there that are trying to tell me that you're this and you're that, yeah. Let me tell you, after 40 years of doing this, I'm walking in $200 million mansions over here in Palm Beach dressed as this because they know they're going to get the job done, and they're going to get the job done right, okay? You understand what I'm talking about? We talk a big game, but I got videos and a million pictures to show it, okay? That's the way it's going to go. That's the way it is, all right? I know a lot of you guys out there, you don't like the fact that Mr. Sunshine's styling your profile. You don't like the fact that I'm sitting here in bow ties on Christmas Eve just doing a job for one of my clients that depend on Mr. Sunshine each and every day, okay? Now, Jim Hartfield, Stephen Fox. You know, Stephen, let me show you exactly what we're talking about here. All right, give me a moment. Give me a moment. All right. If we're going to talk about going on a job, if we're going to talk about the world of fashion, well, let me see here. Is this going to stay? I doubt if it's going to stay. If we're going to talk about pulling in and doing a job as locksmith Eddy, you ain't going to settle for anything less. You understand what I'm talking about? This is how you walk in when you go do a job when I come to your house, okay? And believe me, my friends, if you're married and I get a call to come change the locks and the police show up and they've got a restraining order against you, you can be rest assured, without question, they're going to change that lock. You're not getting back in. You understand? You're not getting it. As a matter of fact, where's it at? Over here. Here, wait a minute. If we're going to show you, we might as well show it to how it's done. You see that? You see that? There you have it, right there. Okay, there it is. Mr. Sunshine, tuxedos, bow ties, Greek key all the way. That's my logo right there. That's how I'm going to live it each and every day. If we're going to go do a job for the public, you're damn well going to look good. Christmas Eve is no different. Christmas Day is no different. New Year's Eve, I'm out on a job, all right? And believe me, I'm going to look damn good going on it. You know, Jim, let me tell you something, Jim. There ain't no ifs, ands, ors, or buts. Jim, I am not going to get on that and not drive around in Chanel and not have a Versace on. I'm not going to get on Gucci, ride down Worth Avenue looking like some Leo, all right? I am not going to get in and go on that Louis Vuitton, woo, look at his only I can look, styling and profiling. We're not going to get on Versace and ride down the road in that Greek key, all right? And we're definitely not going to get on Space Mountain unless we look good, all right? Now, Jim, I like a man that knows fine fashion. There's no question about it. It's hot. It's 90 degrees right now. Well, let me tell you something, Daddy. If we're going to go to, I was just at a mansion party. I'm going to post the pictures. I get the call. There ain't no bat phone with a bat shining up there looking for Batman and Robin. They're getting 911 where they get me. All right? As a matter of fact, there you go. We're going to give you a little bit of that right now. All right, so there you go. We're going to give you a little better view as to what's going on. On New Year's Eve in sunny South Florida, Locksmith Eddy has done it again. All right, so I hope you're all having a great day today. I just wanted to come out here. If you have a problem, if you're locked out, if you're kicking your girlfriend out, if you women out there are getting rid of your boyfriends, boy toys, or your husbands, you call me because I'm right there. And believe me, once I come to your house and change them locks out, woo, you better be know it's going to be ready to go. Jim Hatfield, let me tell you something. Mr. Sunshine, here, you know what? Santa Claus is coming to town. As a matter of fact, if you want to see what's going on here, why don't you, if we're going to sit here and talk Milwaukee, if we're going to sit here and talk about tools in any way, shape, or form, all right, what we got right here is everything Mr. Sunshine needs to run the state of Florida for what we do. Whether we're on medical, whether we're working on safes, vaults, whether we're talking about heavy-duty drills, whether we're talking about hole saws, whether we're talking about machines, whatever we're going to need, whether we need SC1 blue punch machines, whether we're going to need Milwaukee die grinders, whether we're going to talk about rigid, I carry my tool, all right? And believe me, ladies, I carry a big tool. There's no question about that, all right? So there we go. We got to get this out of here. I tell you, this is what it's all about here. Mr. Sunshine, bringing it to you live. Now, a lot of you guys out there, a lot of you guys don't seem to understand when Mr. Sunshine... What the fuck? Here you go. Look at this. There we go. If we're going to go take care of business, we're going to take care of the pipe wrench with the big boys, okay? We're not playing with the little boys. We're talking about the big boys, all right? And if we're going to sit here and come on a job, woo, Mr. Sunshine, woo, is coming to town. All right, we're going to make sure whatever it needs, whether we're going to stick it, gentlemen who think you've got some big nuts going on, I'm going to stick this on them nuts and I'm going to twist them off. All right? So you don't have to worry in any way, shape, or form. You can sit there and do all of this and all of this and all of you can do all of that because when I get that, I'm going to put it on and I'm going to crack it down. And you're going to be going, I. Now I don't want to hear it. Call your mother. Don't cry to her. You ain't going to tell me about it. All right, that's how it's going to go. Jeff, let me tell you. You know what, Jeff? I'm going to have my tailors make you up one. You're going to send me your measurements. I want to know, are you 40R? Are you 42 regular, 42 long, 46, 48, 50? All right, what you're looking at here is a size 50, okay? You're talking size 50. Woo! Look at it, look. I'm going to have my tailors cutting you up the pattern. I'm going to get you some nice, we're going to get you some of this. We're going to make you some nice sleeves. We're going to get them right down. We're going to bring your white shirt right up out of here. We're going to get you a nice lapel. You understand? When you walk into a club, you're going to go, ho, ho, who do we have here? We got Jeff Sunson. Well, let me tell you something, Jeff. Be careful. Be careful what you wish for. You're going to wear one of these. You better have your Viagra and your Cialis. Whatever you're going to need, woo, to keep it up. Woo, all night long. All right? You come in there looking like this, but you know what? I post pictures. All you got to do is review the film footage. Last night, I had 50 women lined up from one end of them bars to the next. We hit 7 locations last night. Woo! Beautiful blonde over here, little redhead over here. We had the brunettes, the bald ladies that look like Shade O'Connor, all lined up, wanting a shot at Mr. Sunshine. Well, if you think you're ready, I swear to God, Jeff, you better have that Viagra. You better be up and come around 3 in the morning, pal. 3 in the morning. If those women are riding you woo, all night long, and it starts to go like this, oh, they're going to do this, and they may even grab it and rip it off. And you're going to be sitting there, oh, Mr. Sunshine, oh, God, I don't want to hear it, Jeff. You wanted to sport one of these jackets, walk into that club, and have that women jump on you. Oh, God, I can see you right now, Jeff. You're out in your back. I want you to go outside tonight. Go in your backyard. Look up at the sky. Oh, God, I want to wear a jacket like Mr. Sunshine. I want to go to the clubs. I want to have all the women all night long. Well, Jeff, those clouds are going to begin to turbulate. A clap of thunder. The sky's going to open up. And God himself is going to appear. And he's going to look down at you and he's going to say, Jeff? My name is Jeff Sunshine. It doesn't matter what your name is when God's speaking to you. Okay, God. Go seek out Mr. Sunshine. Go give him your measurements. Go get a jacket served up. Go to the clubs. All the women are going to run wild, wanting a shot at you. But be sure, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you seek in life. Because let me tell you something. Sitting at home, watching this video of me standing here doing this is a hell of a lot easier than getting out there, going from penthouse to penthouse to penthouse with all the women wanting a night with you. Woo!